My name is Jeff Pelletier. I'm the managing principal and founder of Board and Vellum. We are an architecture, interior design, and landscape architecture firm, and we've been around for about 14 years. When we found accountingdepartment.com, we had been through a series of accounting setups over the years, and they had been uh, disastrous, frankly, along the way. We had both internal employees that were either not well trained, that were trying to pretend that everything was okay and not. And we'd worked with outsourcing companies that seemed like they were fine, but as we dug in, they were filled with mistakes, and everything was just very challenging. So after dealing with this for many, many years, we realized we needed something professional, and we just had to get done with this. It was just a constant struggle for us to get our books right and to make sure our invoices were out the door and everything worked. So we spent a long time researching different companies. We talked to a bunch of different companies. And when we found accountingdepartment.com, or ADC as we call them, it seemed like a really good fit, almost too good to be true. Along the way, we have developed a really good working relationship with our team. And I think, it took a little minute to find the team, but once we did, it became really clear that they were an integral part of how we operated. We really appreciated that ADC writes down sort of a rule book of what to do and what not to do. And that's been so invaluable in terms of training new people that come on board, and also making sure that we have checks and balances to make sure that things are safe and well run. Our team relies upon them for so many different things, and they've been available for sort of additional projects as we need them, which is so appreciated. Because I think in the past, we've had people that really didn't know how to control the scope. And what we're doing is not rocket science. It should be pretty straightforward. But every now and then there's something that we ask for, or just a bit of research or something. And they've always been great to kind of jump in and help us out and be really a big resource for the team. I cannot imagine actually going back. When our internal director of business management came on board, our accounting was a complete mess. It took years to frankly unravel it. And we both thought that we'd never get out of it. It seemed like we could never really move beyond just constant struggles with accounting, looking through the books, finding mistakes. And after ADC was on board for about 6 months, and they had gone through everything and had developed patterns with us and procedures, things just became smooth and easy. And we were just talking about it recently and how it's been painless, absolutely painless, that everything that happens, every sort of challenge, because the accounting challenges do happen, they're dealt with professionally, quickly, and just smooth. It's so, so smooth. So the owners have been here for many, many years and had mainly heard about the accounting challenges being endless. And they knew that we were pretty happy with ADC, and ADC, we were very happy with ADC, and that ADC was doing a great job. And so when they became owners and ADC helped us adjust the books, fix the balance sheet, really kind of work through everything. And then they started coming to monthly financial meetings with ADC. They finished the meeting and they're like, that was so easy. It was all taken care of. And our controller walked us through things at a high level, and we'd have these 15-minute meetings that felt so comprehensive, so filled with confidence. And then it was really nice that it was just became a background thing that we did and not a constant struggle to fix. As a firm owner, I am a strong believer in building a really strong and robust budget. And in the past, we would build a budget in Excel and we'd send it to our accounting team. And they would translate it, change the names, add categories we didn't ask for. And so we would then try to review budget versus actual, and I couldn't translate it. It was very, very different. And so we met with ADC and explained the challenge and went through what we wanted to do. And they helped collaborate with us and come up with a solution where we could create an Excel file, which then they could then quickly and easily pull into QuickBooks Online, and that we understood together the need to have consistent naming. And I understood if there was a thing that maybe I was naming that didn't work with QuickBooks, they were adjusting it. And so it became this team process. And so now we have a budget that we build in Excel, we send to ADC, they upload to QuickBooks, and they're in charge of managing it in terms of tracking budget to actual. It's been so seamless. It's allowed us to run our company really well. Our marketing department gets automated budget to actual reports once a month. Different departments get those from ADC, and it becomes easy and simple for us to know how we're doing how that all works. Starting this process, I had many years of pain points, and I didn't want to forget them because all those pain points lead to a better solution. But it also can't be fixed overnight. And so working with ADC initially, there was a period of about half a year of learning to work with each other, learning what was important, learning how ADC works, and having faith in the process. I think part of the advice I'd give anyone in the past is to make sure you don't simply wipe away what worked for you in the past or what your pain points are, because ADC, any accounting firm, has to learn what those are and work with you, and they needed to teach me how to adjust my processes. They needed to learn from me. And even so, we learned that we needed to shift a team a little bit and be flexible and understand that the end point was the goal. And it worked, but it definitely took some careful looking inside for me as well. And the team that we have right now has been so phenomenal at listening to us, making sure they're providing insight in terms of best practices, but responding to our actual needs. And it's been just phenomenal.